Nigga, I smoke negative packs, nigga. I smoke negative packs, cause you know how I kick that fucking knowledge and that fucking wisdom. When it come down to understanding, I give it. Clear fucking mental picture, I deliver. When it come down to building, I be a building, I shielding. I ain't trying to destroy no fucking body, trying to destroy any of motherfucking folly. I told you Flacco is a fucking somebody.
What's up with it, man?
Hey, what it do, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. Bless. What you got going on? How you doing?
Man, everything positive. I ain't got nothing negative to say. You know, it's a pleasure having you on the platform at the end of the day, bro.
Man, I so appreciate you, man. I so appreciate you.
I'll say it again. You broke up just a little bit. You was freezing up.
Oh, yeah. I say I appreciate you, man, for the opportunity, man.
That's what it is. You already know. Yeah, so with that being said, go ahead and introduce yourself to the platform, bro.
Man, you know, I'm TICAVELLI, deep in the heart of Texas, man. You know what I mean? Lone Star shit, you know what I mean? Austin, catch a case, K-Town, Kill City, you know. It's where I'm at, man. Deep in the heart of Texas, man.
Hey, that's what it do. You know what I'm saying? So how long you been rapping, bro?
And I've been playing fucking around for a whole minute. I really ain't take it serious until I had to go sit down, you know what I mean? Before I sat down, I fucked off a deal with Universal, like they been filling my lap. But then you know how them streets do. Once you knee deep in it, you knee deep in it. So you fuck off your blessings like that. But you know,
real.
I got another chance, so you know, I'm taking advantage of that chance.
So I mean, when did that happened with Universal? What point in your career was that? Was that in the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like mid-range. You know, when you young, you know, Texas, down here in Texas, everybody freestyle, everybody rapping, just yeah, playing and shit. But when I came home the first time, I'm a two-time loser already. When I came home the first time, I was playing around, put myself in certain situations, and it was looking good. But then by the time I really started putting my game face on, it was too late. I already had to go sit down. I was on the run when they came to me and was like, hey, you hard. So, you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, while you were sitting down, what's some of the things that you learned about yourself, that made you want to change? 'Cause I know you done made a change. I've been watching your working area, different individuals, so what made you change, bro?
Man, you know, when you sit down and you sitting in there looking at them walls, talking to yourself, and then you reflecting on everything that took place in your life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know what I mean? It puts you in a whole different mind state, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, the responsibility, I had a child, you know what I mean? So them kids put you in a whole different mind frame. Like you start to look at life in a whole different aspect, you know what I mean? So, you know, time, hey man, I'm fucked up that I lost a decade, some change, but at the same time, it was a blessing because it opened my eyes, you know what I mean, to a bunch of shit. It opened my eyes.
That's real. That's definitely real. So, I mean, music-wise, what do you have, in store for, the fans out there? What you got going on, man?
Man, I pride myself in having a stamp of individuality. I ain't riding no waves. I'm gonna be me. Every time I get on that bitch, it's gonna be me. I ain't gonna sell my soul. I'm gonna keep it street. You know what I mean? I gotta keep it authentic. I gotta keep it authentic. You know what I mean? All true testimony. You know what I mean? There ain't gonna be no, I did this, I did that, I didn't know. Cause I ain't got to do all that. The streets know. The streets know. You know what I mean? That's why the song. That's why I say the streets inaugurated me. And you know, if you look at the video, you see people from all type of groups, all type of organizations. You know, it's a collective of everybody. That's why I say the streets, because when you a genuine motherfucker, when you authentic, everybody gonna rock with you. You know what I mean?
That's real. That's definitely real.
Yeah.
Hey, so I mean, who inspired you? Or was it anybody that did inspire you in rapping?
Man, for average motherfucker, you gotta hear my vernacular to be like I'm from Texas. When you hear me on the track, you be like, damn, where he from? You know what I mean? Like,
real talk.
When Texas wise, I'm Big Pokey, RIP to the pimp, you know what I mean? Lil Kiki, Scarface. But outside of my region, I'm Nas, Shout out Benny the Butcher, man. That boy hard, man. Benny,
Real talk.
You know what I mean? Like I'm real music connoisseur. You know what I mean? I love music.
That's real.
Of all genres too, though. You know what I mean? One day I could be listening to some rock and roll. One day I could listen to some country, because I feel like music is the panacea to all the world problem. It's a message and every type of music. You just gotta listen for it. You know what I mean?
That's what it is at the end of the day. Because when I heard your song, bro, I'm like, what dude from? You know what I'm saying? Because the way you coming off, it was a fast-paced beat. You know, your cadence was on point, and it was fast. How you was spitting it was, your delivery was fast. I'm like, dude, going crazy. Like, I gotta get dude on the platform. I'm telling you, like, I play that song down there every day, my dude. Like, real talk, bro. Like, straight up.
Man, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's real, bro. You know, that one of the first songs that you came out with a video?
No, I came out. My first video was that Married to the Streets. Married to the Streets. Yeah. Anybody, you can click on YouTube, TICAVELLI 721 Honcho, and then you'll catch it. You know, all this technology shit new to me, man. So all this tech savvy and shit, I really ain't up to par. So I'm gradually learning, catching a hold of it. You know, so, but it's more coming. It's more coming.
Definitely. That's definitely real.
Yeah.
I mean, so who is the rappers from Austin, or is it any rappers in Austin? You know, because I'm from Chicago, bro. So I really don't know no rappers from Austin other than yourself.
Yeah, man. You know, the city, the whole Central Texas area is spread out, man. It's a bunch of talent out here, man. You know, see, I'm from Austin, but I play out here in Killeen. You know what I mean? It's the playground right here. It's the crack pot. It's a bunch going on out here, and it's good. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's so much talent out here. I've been paying attention and listening to niggas. You know, I'm harder. Who harder? Fuck all that. You need some fans. You don't need no motherfucking friend fans. Go outside your city. Go outside your comfort zone and get it on. Cause nigga gonna tell you, nigga gonna be like, you harder, or nigga gonna be like, oh, all right, you cool. You know what I mean? You know,
that's real.
Motherfuckers be scared to get outside their comfort zone. But if you pay attention to detail, LeBron, when he started out in Cleveland, he couldn't make nothing shake. He had to get out of his comfort zone. He went down at a 305, got it on. Went there, got it on. Came back, got it on. You know what I mean? Motherfucker got to get out they secure element to bring their greatness out. That's how I feel, though. You know, my own personal opinion.
That's some good wisdom, bro. So when did you come up with the name TICAVELLI? Because I hear Tick and I hear Velli. I know Machiavelli. You know what I'm saying? I know Tupac had a Machiavelli name. So where you get your name from, bro?
Man, I got my name, man. This happened way back in the gap, like middle school and shit like that. My partner, everybody, they been calling me Tick, you know. My partner, I be slipping off, sliding off. Shout out to the king of the West, man, Pooh B, man. Come on home, man. But I was finna slide off, and he like, man, where you going? You know, I'm finna go fuck with these hoes. He like, hey, boy, I better watch TICAVELLI, boy. He know where them hoes at. That nigga there, so you know, it's just something that stayed on that. When they come to me, I'm gonna fuck with me some hoes, give me some money, man. You know. And when it comes to hoes, it could be just platonic relationship, man. Especially now, because the roles in reverse, like men have become so feminized. You know what I mean? Like it's just the roles are reversed, and some of these women is more solid than a bunch of these niggas. You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
That's real. So I mean, so how do you deal with, you know, being in the rap industry, you know, being a rapper, an entertainer, like you just said, having a lot of female friends, and still keeping, you know, a balance in your relationship life, you know, and, you know, with your family? Because sometimes it takes a lot being an entertainer. You always in the booth, you always performing, you always, you know, trying to come up with something, the next hit or whatever the case may be. So how do you balance all that out?
Man, you know, it's like I gotta pace yourself, you know what I mean? You can't get too overwhelmed. And, you know, my son, that's priority. You know, it's family over everything with me, you know what I mean? My people, my tribe, I'm going to make sure, you know what I mean? I'm a breadwinner, so I'm going to make sure I'm always there, call away. If you need me, I'm coming, you know what I mean? And everything else, you know, I'm trying to pace myself. And then I still got 20 years left on parole. So, you know, I got a whole bunch of vaccine to do, you know what I mean? So
that's real.
Yeah,
definitely.
Sometimes it's a headache, but all the while, just, you know, it's still a blessing because it keeps me settled. It keeps me on this pace right here instead of just going every motherfucking way. You know what I mean? just getting overwhelmed. Sometimes you put yourself in situations and then you just be like panic. Motherfucker will panic and then put themselves in situations that they really ain't ready for. You know what I mean? I'm glad that I engaged in the type of shit, not all the things, but I'm glad that I took these shit at an early age. So now that I'm where I'm at now, you know what I mean, I'm already aware of it. You know what I mean? And I'm catching my son right now at the age he is now. I'm glad I'm catching him right now. You know, I had to go to the school the other day. You know what I mean? He getting into this, getting into that, you know what I mean? So, and they not accustomed. They think it, baby daddy. Bitch will never be able to call me no baby daddy. Bitch, I'm a father figure. I'm going to pull up on mine. You know what I mean? Straight up.
That's real.
What?
That's real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be. I take my hat off to you because a lot of entertainers and rappers, you know, who get in the industry, they forget about, you know, being a father figure, and they, you know, try to replace that with money and different other things instead of quality time. So I take my hat off to you for that. You know, what you're doing, and, you know, your circumstance at the end of the day. Do you ever, do you have any raps for some of your bros back in the chain gang, you know, behind the walls?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You can't forget that, you know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people that don't know, if you ain't been there, you don't know. It's a whole different world. You know what I mean? It's a whole different world. Like, so much politicking going on. You know, so much motherfuckers down there putting on a whole facade. It's not their true identity. So, you know, it's crazy. Then you got motherfuckers that stone cold killers out here in the world, and they so humble, and they just, you know what I mean? The ones that, them niggas playing. You know what I mean? You got niggas down there that really took the codes, really strictly business, and motherfuckers got to mind their P's and Q's. It can be something small. Now that bitch having full-fledged rides behind the seat. Niggas killing each other behind the seat. Nigga, this not your seat. Nigga, this the state of Texas shit. Nigga, this not yours, but you just stabbed this man in his neck behind the seat. But you know, everything is principles and everything is based down there. So, you know, it's a whole different world. So hell yeah, I always make sure that, you know, when I'm in that booth and I go to feeling that type of way, I'm always going, you know what I mean? I got a song called Salutations. I got a song called Salutations. It's on Spotify. It's on all platforms. And I started off, I salute the silent soldiers that never rattled and rolled over. Sat in the hot seat, kept cool with composure. You know what I mean? That shit really going on down there. But now it's like it's the new age. Like, nigga gonna tell on their mama. Nigga tell God on Jesus riding this bitch. That shit crazy to me, man.
Yeah.
Crazy. But
different generation. Yeah, that different generation. And you know, like, how didn't you lose yourself in jail? You know, how did you, you know, stay true to yourself and who you are? You know, like you say, a lot of brothers go to the penitentiary, put on facade, and they lose themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, the penitentiary make them other than themselves. So how didn't you lose yourself?
Man, you know, I always had a relationship with the higher being, but as I was recollecting, I was just counting my blessings and think about the times, you know. I don't know what your religious beliefs is or your spiritual beliefs, but, you know, I do believe in divine intervention, and I encountered that firsthand. So, you know, once I reflected on that, I'm like, man, ain't no way. So, you know, I start digging deeper within myself, and I was knowing, like, your true identity is what makes you you. You know what I mean? Some people be having identity crisis on the daily. Some people have identity crisis early stages of life, and some people have identity crisis later in life. You know what I mean? But when you truly find yourself, you at peace. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I really just took it for what it was. Took my licks, sat down, and took everything that come with it. You know what I mean? Some days rougher than others, but, you know, it's you. You got to accept what come along with it. You know, once you sign up for something, that's what it is. Ain't no going back.
That's real. So, I mean, what's the legacy for TICAVELLI? What do you want your legacy to be when it's all said and done? You know, what do you want your legacy to be?
Hey, man, I swear on everything I love, man. Me and one of my partners was having this conversation. You know, I love sitting down with my partners and chopping a real life game. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, right now, the game plan is to leave a legacy to my child and my family worth talking about it. You know what I mean? People don't want to be gone and motherfucker be like, man, that nigga, that nigga did do. I don't want it to be all bad. I want a motherfucker to be like, hey, man, you know what I mean? And right now, at this stage of my life right now, man, if I was to go right now, man, it ain't too many motherfuckers that's gonna badmouth me, man. Motherfucker can't say nothing bad about me. If a motherfucker don't like me, that's because he did something to me and I got mine back. But other than that, my face good, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna always take care of my people. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get a shirt off my back because I'm a hustler. I know how to go get another one. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm gonna take care of my family, the kids, them kids in my heart. That's what really balanced me out, man. When I see them babies, you know what I mean? Like, them kids is. But if I was to go right now, man, I pride myself in knowing that motherfucker ain't gonna say nothing bad about me.
That's real. That definitely is. You know, like I say, I take my hat off to you for, you know, wanting to create some generational wealth, you know, for your child and, you know, the children behind that, your grandchildren, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's real. That's what it's about at the end of the day. Yeah. You know, so what is the process for TICAVELLI when you hit the studio, bro? Like, when you get in there, like, you know, you hit a beat first or you already got your raps laid out, or, like, what's the process? Take us to the studio with TICAVELLI.
Man, I got telephone books and shit where I was just sitting in the cell, just pimping that pen. Right now, I've been trying to find certain beats. You know, I played around with a few YouTube beats, but then I've been having people just shooting me beats, sending me beats, you know, just organic shit. So I've been playing with that. Like, for a minute, I was like, man, I ain't finding nothing to go with this new shit. So I'm just start pimping it all over, pimping the pen all over again. But you know, it's a process. But hell yeah, it's looking good right now. I went in the booth yesterday and did some shit, man. The producer, he good, you know what I mean? He know what he doing, but he ain't got no sauce. You know, he ain't got that ear that's gone. You know what I mean? And, you know, and then I got multiple styles. It just depends on what you catch me on. You know what I mean? One day I'm, then the next day I can. Right now they've been telling me. I heard this from two people. They like, man, your bars are so hard. Like, you're gonna have to slow down and smooth it out for us, man. I'm like, shit, that's a bet. I'm gonna do that. And Sam, what's up, baby? I'm my partner right there. Day one nigga. Well, good nigga too.
Yeah, hey, that's what it do. Shout out to them day ones. Real talk. Yeah. You know, hey, you, like I say, your flow is crazy, bro. You know, on that Monster, everybody go check that Monster out on YouTube. Bro, going super crazy. On that Monster, like I say, you rolling that joint. Like, you just like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, so your partners probably do have a point, like, slow it down some, especially, you know, for the ones who rocking out with you, because, you know, you from the Lone Star State, you know, bros like it, that slab. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's real. Hey, you know, I heard you mention a lot of names, you know, about rappers, but I didn't hear you mention Zero. You listen to Zero?
Yeah, you know, I used to listen to him back in the Gap real tough. I mean, I listen to him right now, some of the shit he done dropped, but you know, a lot of times, you know how influential music is, you know what I mean? So I used to be around hoes and shit, like, they'll turn that bitch on and, you know what I mean? That shit, nigga should be strong, it's painful, like, he'll put them in a depressed state, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, certain music will put you, and you know what, you can tell a lot about a person by the type of music that moves them, you know what I mean? Like, you could be in the car with a chick and she just get to, you know what I mean? She hears some car that's in them, you know what I mean? When motherfuckers can feel music and go to moving and move them a certain way, that's a part of their true identity, whether it's being concealed or not. You know, but music moves you. Yeah, I fuck with old Ro, but I'm really just like Big Pokey, goddamn Keita Wee. I like that boy Sauce too, man. I like his style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Sauce Walker. Yeah.
And it's a bunch of underrated like Propane and boy Hard. You know what I mean? The boy play with them words. It's a bunch of underrated. Big Fat Tony, that boy Hard too. My partner put me on him earlier. That boy Hard.
Real talk. I mean, with that being said, you know, shout out Sauce Walker. He doing his thing. Do you ever want to sign to a record label, or you want to stay independent?
I feel like the best thing is stay independent, man, because I ain't no puppet. You know what I mean? Motherfucker ain't gonna be able to dictate my moves. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to find me a pattern of how I'm gonna release this shit and put it out. But at the same time, I won't control all my shit. When I feel like this, I'm gonna drop it. When I feel like that, I'm gonna drop it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be no hole in my shit in the back. Ain't no having me in the red where I owe a motherfucker. Hell nah. That's just like being bird fed in the dope game. Huh. And then I still owe this nigga. Nah, they ain't gonna give me like that. I'm gonna pump it all the way.
That's real. So I mean, you know, and I'm asking because, like I say, I'm from Chicago, and you know, I know you in Texas. So do people still have aspirations of signing with Rap-A-Lyte? Like people still look at Rap-A-Lyte, you know, like the mega powerhouse, you know, a record label?
I
But
mean, some people, man, but you know the story behind Rap-A-Lyte, man. You know stuff like that. So boys really be terrified. One thing you know, if you ain't solid, don't go up and fuck with them people, man.
right.
If you ain't solid, if you ain't all the way down, 10 toes down, they ain't going for it. So nigga better go and get out the way. So you know that's how that is.
That's right.
But
That's real.
it's still relevant. You know, Jay and them got the juice out there. That's the heart of the state right there. You know what I mean? But motherfuckers be timid and terrified because niggas don't be all the way thorough. They be running that shit, talking that shit. Niggas don't be really meaning that shit. Shout
That's
out
real.
Rap-A-Lyte, the mall.
Hey, shout out Rap-A-Lyte. You already know. Shout out Jay Prince. I'm definitely affiliated with Rap-A-Lyte. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just wanted to hear, you know, what you were going to say coming from a Texas perspective. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, you being from Texas again. You know, have you ever heard of a brother named Charleston White?
Charleston White. No, I can't say that I am.
Okay. Well, you know, that's a brother from Texas, and you know, he speaks a lot about a lot of different things, you know, with changing the dynamics in the community and things of that nature. You know, so do you have any you know, plans on doing something for the community? Because I know you didn't did your time, you didn't put, you know, your work in, you know, in the hood, you know, on the negative aspect of things, you know. So have you ever thought about doing some positive things to, you know, try to stop, you know, what's going on in the community and just add on from a
Yeah,
positive perspective?
yeah, I really got some plans for the future, like getting away. But like you said, this whole generation right here, you know, it's boys' mind contaminated. You know what I mean? Hearts and their mind contaminated. You know, and then again, it has a lot to do with music. You know, it's influential. I mean, motherfucker can call me a hypocrite or whatever because I always move with that thing because I know a motherfucker take a motherfucker down quicker right now. Like, ain't no more black eyes and busted lips. Niggas don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of pride for motherfuckers. Monkey see, monkey do. A bunch of motherfuckers following each other. So, you know, but at the same time, you know, it's a time for everything. So when the time comes, you know, I really just want to be able to. And I feel like I got the juice. I feel like I got that much respect to where a motherfucker come to me and listen to me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sometimes a lot of shit just got to get pushed to the side so you can evolve into we kings. You know what I mean? We greatness.
Definitely, we are.
But as long as we study pulling each other down and hating on each other and taking each other down, you know, I ain't no Jack, I ain't no Rob, you know what I mean? So that right there, you know, that's one thing right there. I don't hear. Ran off on the plug, run off on the plug. I ran off on. Come on, man. That shit to get you took down, you know what I mean? Niggas ain't playing, you taking out their kids' mouth. Everybody got family, you know what I mean? So you done took off on a nigga, you done did it. That ain't no player shit, you know what I mean? Like, I just want motherfuckers to open their eyes and be aware. And then I got on that super gribbing too, man. If you tap on there, I got on that super gribbing too. Like, we taking each other down. We not the enemy. I feel wholeheartedly they dropped their COVID on top of us to stop that motherfucking civil war to slow that bitch down. Cause it was up. The shit they been taking us down, making minorities out, it was up. You know what I mean? Like, I was down that bitch, man. When they did that shit to George Floyd, God strike me down. I was sitting on the table listening on the radio. I started crying, man, because it was so much mixed emotion. I'm hot, but I'm happy. I'm like, man, burn that bitch down. You know what I mean? Like, burn that bitch down. Like, so it's a bunch we gotta do, man. It ain't gonna take one person though. We gotta come as collective. We gotta be together. You know what I mean? But it's so hard because motherfuckers are stuck in their ways, and so you know what I mean. Like it's like that video. Like you see Bloods, you see Cribs, you see G's, you see everybody in there because that's the only way something gonna shake when we come together. If not, they're gonna take us down, and we're gonna keep taking each other down behind nothing.
That's real.
Man.
That is crazy.
I really want to, you know what I mean? I'm really going to get myself in a position to where I'm going to be able to do something for the community for sure. Like, hey, man, this was going on. Like, you know what I mean? Look at this paperwork, man. He hoe got me by my throat. Like, he hoe got me 30-20, 30-20. I ran CC. You know what I mean?
paperwork say for some drugs, but I feel like the high being set me down like, hey, sit down somewhere. You know what I mean?
That's real.
That's how I took it. But at the same time, like it, it's so messed up out here, man. The world messed up, man. We still got a chance to try to correct a bunch of things, but motherfuckers gonna have to come together and put forth the effort. Not it's gonna be the same shit
Exactly.
over and over.
Hey, that's real, man. You know, it's gonna be a cycle, never ending cycle at the end of the day. And like you say, brothers, you know, gotta come together, sisters gotta come together, you know, the community gotta come together. I just told a brother earlier, you know, this thing I'm finna say, brothers, you know, brothers come together, you know, physically, you know, unity is the key to come together, you know, like having a whole bunch of brothers together is good, you know, physical bodies, but the power is being unified in the mind. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the power come in. You got power in numbers when you got physical bodies, but you even more powerful when everybody is unified in the mind on one accord. Everybody know what the mission is, know what the goal is. You know what I'm saying? So you know, this is an excellent way for you to reach out to brothers across the nation. You know, the Flacco Santana TV is a global platform. There's a lot of brothers, you know, who want to see this from Texas, you know, and they on the same thing you want, bro. Want to change the dynamics of the community. They tired of what's going on in the hoods. You know, everybody going through the same thing at the end of the day. You know, we got to help brothers and sisters get the proper knowledge, you know, the wisdom and understanding, you know, and, you know, that's all it is. Got to get amongst the people, get inside their heads, bro. So, like I said, I take my hat off to you for, you know, the things that you want to do. You know, what you got lined up next for the music, on the music scene? You got some more videos you dropping? You got some more music you finna put out? What you got going on, bro?
Oh man, South by Southwest, I'm turning to the max. Like March 17th all the way to the 21st, I'm getting it on. Like I'm pulling up. I'm at the Jambalaya Fest, man. I'm over here with Big Tony. I'm over here with what's that boy name? I don't even know Big S.A. name, but you know he hot. Like I done signed on with them. I got about like 4 showcases down there, man. I'm just gonna go out there, display it, and let it be known. Like I made a post earlier. I'm like, man, fuck all that having fans that's your friends. Come out here with them people that, cause they gonna give you a head nod. Or they gonna tell you ain't got it, baby. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Yeah,
That's
come
real.
out here with them A&Rs that, with them executives that, and they look and they really like, okay, you got some juice. I see some potential. You know what I mean? So I'm going out there. I'm gonna get it on, display my God-given talents, and then you know I'm gonna go from there.
That's real. You know, a couple more questions before we conclude the you know, interview. But you know, how do you describe your music? Like, you know, it's drill music, it's crunk music out there. Like, how do you describe your music?
True testimony.
Mm.
True
True
testimony.
testimony music. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
true
real.
testimony.
That's definitely real. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So just kind of stamp of individuality, man. Like you gonna know that, you know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna catch no wave. You ain't gonna catch me doing it. Hell no, this me. This all true identity. And this was going on with me. You know what I mean? No fabrication going on.
That's the business. You know, where can they get some good food, man, when they slide to Austin, bro? Where's the spot we need to go to, you know, when we come to Austin, bro, and get some good food, bro?
Oh man, they got a whole collective down there, man. I really just, you know, I've been gone so long to where if it ain't no home cooked meal, I really don't want it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I need somebody
okay.
to get in that kitchen to go to slanging them pots and pans. Let me get that flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real. Ain't nothing wrong with that at the end of the day. Nothing like a home cooked meal, man. Hey, where can they find you at? You know, your music at, find you at. If they want to do some projects with you, collab with you, make a song with you, what do they find you at? Where can they link up with you at, bro?
You can tap in. You can tap in right here on TICAVELLI IG, man. Tap in, follow me. I'm gonna follow you back. You can go to TICAVELLI 721 Honcho on YouTube. You can tap in, just TICAVELLI on motherfucking YouTube, subscribe, because that's why I go to United Masters. So they already set up me a page for the songs that I distribute through them. And then, you know, just like that, man. Like this shit right here, really a bunch of work as far as this being. My partner told me I had to be relevant. I got to be more social. I got to be make sure I'm typing these hashtags and stuff. You know, this shit all new to me, but you know, I'm catching the swing of it. But yeah,
That's real. Hey, you gotta get you an assistant. Get you an assistant. You got so many, you know, female friends, man. You know what I'm saying? The pockets, man. Get you an assistant, somebody to, you know what I'm saying, do that for you. You know, it takes a lot of work to do that. You know, you gotta have a squad behind you. You know, there ain't no acting team at the end of the day, bro. You know what I'm saying?
cold part about that, man, my brothers and them, man, GBA Mafia, you know what I mean? Like, them boys been holding it down since I've been gone, and then I done came home. I've been home a year. Now they got to go pay them papers. That shit really hurt my heart, man. You know what I mean?
Lord, man, that's crazy. Like, well, you know, you gotta hold it down the way they held it down. You know what I'm saying? And shit, you know, blow up, bro. At the end of the day, blow, bro. That's the whole mission, to blow and create generational wealth for your children. But you know, get that bag for your guys who jammed up. You know, in the belly of the beast. At the end of the day, make sure they straight. The same way they'll do
You
for
already
you.
know.
You know
Shout
what I'm
out
saying?
Boss Man Lino, boy. You got to come on home, man. Just go and sit down, take it like a gangster. Come on home. Shout out Fat Hustle. They don't want to take my nigga up off that ankle monitor, you know. But, you know,
Real talk.
I'm going to hold it down. 721 Honto, man. Ain't no other way with me. I know what's going on.
Hey, that's the business at the end of the day, man. I appreciate you coming on the platform, bro. Anything else, you know, you want to say to the fans out there, you know, the supporters out there before we conclude the interview, G?
Hey, man, I want to say love, peace, and happiness, man. Love yourself, man. Be true to yourself, man. Don't let nobody tell you you'll never be great. Be great. You know what I mean? Like, and make sure you pay attention to how it being, man. Stay aware. Being aware is being alive, man. Nigga talk their ass out. Nigga don't believe in the higher being of this power, this universe, period. Send them to the psych ward, nigga. You gotta be
That's
great.
real. Hey, I heard that, bro.
Flacco Santana, man, I so appreciate the whole privilege, man. It was a privilege, man, and a pleasure.
You already know what it is at the end of the day, but this is Flacco Santana TV. We keep it raw, uncut, and real at the end of the day, bro. So we got to go ahead and get the people what they want. A hot 16, a hot freestyle. Go ahead and, you know, show these bros what, you know, you working with at the end of the day when it come down to these rap skills, bro.
Got the bars on them. That's how I came on when I came on. Say, come alive, come again, in the last shot. I've been in the belly of the beast trying to plot a plot. I was white with some gray socks. Now really, I was white with some gray socks in the concrete jungle with the doors sound off when they locked. Daydreaming of being in the 40-40 with Hope Cole and Meek sipping out the Equinox. Greenfield, dream chasing when I'm passing that. Passion no, pass or not. Heavy Cajonas, I don't mind lashing that. Handcuff your hope, cause I've been locked up and I don't mind fucking her lashes out. She battling me and did it to be the battle with a jitter tail. Swallowing the policy so her tummy don't swell. Home break up happy homes. I just break a bitch back and then I'm gone. I'm trying to tell you, I'm coming, man.
Boy, hey, well, I'm waiting for the next word to come out. Boy, you cold with that. Keep doing what you're doing. You definitely got a gift, man. Utilize your gift for the best, man. You know, change the lives of these brothers and sisters who listening to you, man. Utilize, you know what I'm saying, what you got for the better, bro. And everything gonna work out at the end of the day, man. We need more brothers like you. Stay positive and productive. Hit me up if you need anything, bro. Like you got some more details on some of your music coming out. You got some shows you finna do, bro. You got anything you want to promote, get up with Flacco Santana TV. I'm rocking out with you, bro. And that's what it is.
Man, that's a bet. I appreciate you, man. Salute.
Salute, bro. Love, bro.
Love, peace, and happiness.
Yes, sir.